Morning, Michelle here. I have a new workout this morning. It is called No Guts, No Glory. 3 parts, 5 exercises in each part, 10-second break, 60-second work, 10 rounds for each part, okay? So it's gonna total out to 30 minutes. Stopwatch, 10-second break, 60-second work, 10 rounds. I'll have the breakdown on mycrazyworkout.com. And most of them, you know, I think all of them, you know. So let's just get started, and I'll tell you them as we go. So the first group is going to be burpees, frog hop, push-ups, squats, mountain climbers, and alternate toe tap touch sit-ups. We're going to set our timer. For the first part, we're not using any body weight or any weight. This is all body weight. And the burpee is going to be a burpee, and you're going to do a hop. When you do your hop, you're going to hop and turn the opposite direction, okay? So, we're starting with those. Make sure you have a towel and water. You're going to need them. 60-second work. This is going to be a killer. Should have given us a 15-second break. Push-up. I'll do the first group on the floor. Second time I'll show you from the bench. Squats. You can keep your hands behind your head, or you can put them at your waist. When you do your squat, you want to drop all the way down and engage those glutes. Down as far as you can go. Now, if you can only go parallel with the floor, only go to where you feel comfortable. Feet should be shoulder width apart, toes pointed slightly out. Hands can go between the knees. Knees are lined up with the ankle. Press through the heels as you come up and squeeze that butt. Engage that core. Keep that chest lifted, chin up. Mountain climbers. You can do them strict, or you can do them just in place. Strict would be out here like this, working the hips. They're harder. This is, if you're gonna do regular mountain climbers, Make sure your back isn't arched like this. You want a flat back. Plank. If you have your straps, you can put your feet in your straps and do mountain climbers that way. If you're doing strict and you get tired, you can come into regular mountain climbers. Alternate toe tap sit up. Now, if you want to add weight to this, you can. You don't have to. I'm going to show you without weight first. Tap and sit up. Reach the opposite hand to the opposite foot. Keep your arms over your chest. Engage the core to sit up. If you take your hands back, you swing and you use momentum. We're working on the abs, on the core. If it gets to be too much, you can either leave the upper body out and just raise the legs. If you want to make it a little more challenging, you can grab your weight. I'll show you the second time through. This is the second time through. Burpees with a hop turn. If you don't want to do the hop, you do this. Beginner burpee. Okay? Step out. Step in, walk, turn. All right, if you want to hop, push through. Keep that core engaged. Okay, frog hop push-up. You can do them from the bench if you want to. I'm not set up for it, but I'm going to show it to you. You would hop your feet in and then back and down. It's not about speed, it's about form. Make sure when you're in your plank, your back is straight and you're holding your core in. When you hop your feet in, you should feel that in your hips. Oh, I can feel that. Squats. If you want to add weight, you can add weight to your squats. If you have a sandbag, you can put it behind your head, like so. If you have a kettlebell, you can hold it in front, or no weights or a dumbbell on the shoulders or at the chest. Make sure your chest is lifted, your core is tight, your knees are lined up with your ankles, behind your toes, and drop that butt down to the calves. Go as low as you can. Concentrate on pressing through the heels when you come back up. And squeeze that butt. You want to thrust forward and tighten those glutes. Mountain climbers are next. Strict or regular, it doesn't matter. Make sure your hands are under your chest. Engage that core. Neutral spine. Head is not hanging down. You want your head in a neutral position so that from the neck all the way down the back, you have a neutral spine. Lift that chest. Engage that core. Back is flat. Open that mouth and breathe. Alternate toe touch. Sit up. If you want to, you can use weight. Don't swing it up. No momentum. Engage the core. 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, Okay, first part. Second part, same thing with the timer. 10-second rest, minute work. We're gonna do right arm clean and press to a reverse lunge. Jump rope, left arm clean and press to a reverse lunge. Jump rope, and then we're gonna hold in a plank for a minute. You can either hold on your elbows, hold on your hands. If it on your hands hurts your wrist, go down to your elbows. Let's get started. We are working hard today. I'm gonna do the right first, so I'm gonna turn this way. You're gonna do a clean and press and hold it overhead, and then we're gonna go into a reverse lunge. Tighten that glute, step that right leg back. Press it up, and reverse lunge. Back down. Engage that shoulder to hold that weight up, and engage the core so that you don't lean forward. And when you step back into that lunge, drop the knee towards the floor and work that right glute. Control that kettlebell so that it doesn't bang on your forearm. Woo. Okay. Put that down, jump rope is next. 60 seconds. Untangle your jump rope. If you don't have a jump rope, you can jog in place. My rope is tangled. Sorry about that. I'll turn and face you. Engage your core. Keep it tight. Chin is up. Chest is lifted. Take breaks when you need to. If you don't have a jump rope, you can jog in place or do jumping jacks. If the jump is too much, you can tap out to the side. I'll show you. Okay, if you don't have a jump rope and you don't want to jump, you can do taps out to the side. Left arm, clean and press. Lunge back. Jump rope is next, and then plank. We're gonna hold in a plank position. Engage that core. Hold it in tight. Don't let that stomach hang out and jiggle. Train it to stay in. Plank. When you do your plank, make sure your hands are under your chest, lined up with your shoulders. Extend that chest out. Keep that head in a neutral position. And press that tailbone and those legs. Try and stretch your entire torso. One end to the top and one end to the back. Hold. If it gets to be too much, hurt your wrists, drop down to your elbows. But you want to keep this form. You want to feel that stretch, engage that core. Should feel like somebody's pulling you from your head to your feet in opposite directions. Bring your shoulders back into the shoulder sockets. Don't round them up to your ears, okay? Hold, breathe. Not bad, a minute's not bad. Okay. Woo, I'm sweating, right arms first. Clean and press to a reverse lunge. Make sure when you lower that weight down that you're keeping the head lifted and the chest lifted. Don't look down at that weight. Engage that core. Jump ropes next. Wow. Left arm's next. Clean and press to a left reverse lunge. Okay, jump rope one more time. Then one more time with the planks. A 20-pound in my right doesn't feel as heavy in my left. I feel like in my right I could use a little more weight, but my left arm is still a little bit weaker. Hold that stomach in. Don't let it jiggle around. Contract the core muscles. To do that, you have to do a little bit of a pelvic tilt. You have to tilt your hips under. Press them forward. Okay, plank is next. Neutral spine. Somebody's got a string pulling your head one way and your feet the other way. Torso is stretching out. Hands are under the chest, under the shoulders, lined up with the chest. I know we're close to a minute. My arms start to shake a little bit. 3 seconds. Oh, good job. Towel off, get a drink if you need to. We have one more part. We have part 3. We have Super Frogger. We're gonna hop with the kettlebell, and then you're gonna do a squat with a side leg lift, but you're gonna do a figure 8. You're gonna pass that kettlebell through the legs. You're gonna do a plank, down, down, up, up, toe tap, straddle the bench, and then a side plank reach through with the right and a side plank reach through with the left, okay? My bench was sliding, that's why I had to be cautious with the frog hop push-ups. I'll move it over onto the mat, and I'll just avoid it for the froggers. Toe taps off of the bench. We're going to be in plank position. You're going to engage that core, and you're going to tap right and your foot back on, and then tap left, okay? Alrighty, if you're ready, let's go. Grab your weight. Make sure I have enough room here. You're gonna hop forward with the kettlebell, and then you're gonna pass it between your legs as you do a squat. It's a squat, it's a figure 8. This is the Super Frogger, so if you don't wanna do the weights, don't do the weights. Hop, and then you're gonna squat and lift, squat and lift. And you're gonna turn, and you're gonna hop. Unless you can keep going straight, I can't without being out of frame. So I will hop and turn around. Squat and lift, squat and lift. I do these at the track, and I just keep going in a straight line around the track. But if you don't have as much space, you can add that little hop turn. Down, down, up, up in the plank. You're gonna switch hands, okay? Gonna look like this. Plank position. Down, down, up, up, and then right or left. Now, we just did the plank. Make sure your head is in a neutral position. You got a string pulling you one direction, head pulling out, feet pulling back. Core is engaged. Neutral spine. Woo! Okay. All right. Toe taps off of the bench. So, again, plank position. Tap right. Tap left. Engage the core. Back is flat. Don't let it sink. Don't let it arch. Straight back. If you want, you can make it harder by pulling those knees in. Make sure your hands are under your chest, lined up with your shoulders. Neutral spine. If you don't have a bench step, you can do this off of a stability ball or a step stool, whatever you have, where you can elevate your feet. Engage that core. Okay, we got the reach throughs. Right side is first. So you're in a right plank. Gonna have to walk my feet out. Reach under and up. Bottom leg is in front. Your right leg is behind. So we're facing the left wall, we're using the left arm. So the left leg should be in front to stabilize you, and the right leg should be in back. Heel to toe. Squeeze the obliques as you go down and reach through. If this is too much and you don't want to elevate, go down to your elbows and reach through. All right, if that hurts your wrist, you don't have to be on your hand in the plank position. Left side. Holding the left side, so that means that the right side will be out. Left side, left foot will be back. Reach through and back up. Whatever arm is reaching through, that's the leg that's in the front on the bench or on the floor. Engage that core. Concentrate as you reach through on contracting that left oblique. And when you bring that arm back up, concentrate on a rear delt squeeze. You can add weight if you want to. I forgot to bring a dumbbell out, my fault. I don't think I can do the 20-pound kettlebell, at least not with my left. It's not about the weight though, it's really about contracting those abdominal muscles, the obliques. Focus on squeezing them and contracting them and working them. If you have weight, sometimes you just use momentum and it's not as effective. Okay, super froggers. Gotta wipe the sweat out of my eyes. Grab your weight, hop forward. Figure eights with a leg lift. Whew. Hop and turn. Oh, we should finish it out. Oh. Down, down, up, up with planks. Down and up. Left and up. Right lead. Neck and spine in a neutral position. Hands under the chest. Engage the core. Oh, plank toe taps or knees to the elbows. Either out, like so, or in. Either way, you're contracting the oblique muscle of the leg that you're moving. Neutral spine. Head and neck are neutral. Don't drop that head between the arms, and don't look up too high. Take breaks when you need to. Okay, reach throughs. On your right side first. So that means we're working the left. Left leg's out. The right arm is lined up with the shoulder. Contract that right oblique. Reach under and squeeze. Okay, the left. If you need to go to your elbow, go to your elbow. Okay. Right leg is out, right arm is up. Reach under and back up. Concentrate on contracting the left oblique. It's not momentum. You're not just swinging and reaching through. It's a control. If you want to, and you're near high hook, you could put an elastic band around it, and you could reach and you could pull it through if you wanted to for that resistance. That's the workout. Now, that's 30 minutes. If you wanted to, if you had the energy and the time, and you wanted to go back through, you could repeat that all over again one more time through, or you could do something else. But it's a 30-minute workout, so it gives you a really good total body. You get the arms, you get the legs, you get the core, back, you get everything. We need to stretch out those arms. My arms are tired now. So come down into child's pose and walk those arms out. Drop the forearms on the floor and drop the head between the hands, or between the arms. You want to sit back on that butt. Just a couple deep breaths here, inhale and exhale. Remember, engage the core. Just because you're hanging out here doesn't mean that it should just be hanging down to the floor. Hold that stomach in. You have to train it. You have to train your abdominals to stay in, okay? So contract them and hold them. Don't let them sag to the floor. Now, you're gonna take your hands and you're gonna push your chest and come through your hands. Lay on your stomach and roll up into an upward dog or a cobra stretch. If this is too high or it hurts your wrists, you can come to your elbows, okay? What you want to remember to do is you want to remember to push that pelvis down to the floor Engage the core, hold it in tight as you lift up. Lift the chest up, keep the head and neck straight. Lower it back down. Roll up onto the toes, bend the knees, and press into a downward facing dog. Hold it here and lift the right leg up, and then the left. Concentrate on holding that stomach in. Remember, don't forget about holding your abdominals in tight. Walk it out, right, then left, right, and then left. Now hold it here, press them both down as much as you can. If this is too much, bend the legs, but we're gonna do that next. We're gonna bend the legs and we're gonna stretch out the glutes and the hamstrings. So keep your hands pressing out in a downward facing dog. Bend your knees, arch that back a little bit more, contract the abs, and release it. From here, lower down onto the knees. We're gonna do a cat and cow. You're gonna exhale and roll the back up. You're gonna inhale, arch the back, hold the stomach in, and lift the head and chest up. Again, exhale, and inhale. One more time. Exhale. And inhale. Okay, from here, you're going to take the right arm, turn it so that the palm is facing up. You're going to thread it under the left arm. You're going to lay with your head right above your ear on the mat, and you're going to put your shoulder, the right shoulder on the mat. Lay the left arm across, or bring it up and drop it down behind your back. Stretching out the shoulder and the bicep and tricep on the right arm, and you should feel a nice pull in the shoulder and down the oblique on the left side. Put your hand back down and lift up, pull that right arm through. Left arm, palm up, slide it under, bend that elbow, put that head, rest that head on the floor right above the ear, drop that shoulder to the floor. You should feel a nice stretch, engage the core. Don't let that stomach fall down to the ground. Now, bring that right arm up. If you either bring it out and drop it down, you'll feel a nice stretch. You should feel a pull through the right side. If you want a little bit more, drop it behind your back, like somebody's pulling out on your elbow, pulling it back towards the back wall. You should feel a nice stretch in the oblique. And release it. Bring it up, put the hand down, pull that left arm back through. While we're here, I want you to come into a plank. I want you to take that right knee by the right elbow, or the right palm. This is called pigeon. I love this one. This one stretches out the hips. You'll get the hamstrings, you'll get the glutes. Now, if you feel comfortable here and you can feel it, you also feel it in the hip flexor of the left leg. If you feel it here, you can stay here. If you need to take it down a little bit further, you can walk your hands out the mat. Now, you're not going to round your back though. You want to keep your back flat. You're going to lay your chest on your leg, on the upper part of your leg. It's not really your quadricep because it's your inner thigh because your leg is folded over. If this is too hard, my leg is a little bit further out. The more your leg is out parallel with the wall, the more of a stretch you're going to get. If you tuck your leg under, if it's too much to bring that leg out and you feel it here, if your range of motion or you're not as flexible, that's okay. You want to keep the leg where it feels comfortable to you. So if you need to back it up and put it so that the foot is out, I'll turn so you can see, so that the foot is in at the pelvis. You do whatever feels comfortable for you, but make sure you're holding that abdominal tight, okay? Don't drop it down to the floor. Contract it, concentrate, focus on holding it in tight. You should be doing that when you're driving in the car, when you're sitting and eating, when you're sitting and watching TV. You should always be concentrating on contracting those abdominal muscles and holding them tight. Train them to stay tight, okay? All right, we need to do the left leg. So come up from here, roll that left toe up, come back into a plank position. Now, the left leg is gonna come through to the left palm. Wherever you feel comfortable, make sure that right leg is back. If you feel good here, you should feel a hip flexor stretch in the right leg, and you should feel a nice pull through the glute and the hip on the left side. If you want to go further, bring that chest down to the leg, down to the thigh. Walk the hands out, and then you can drop your head over your knee. You go to where you feel comfortable. Couple deep breaths here. Are you concentrating on holding those abdominals in tight? I'm going to keep reminding you. Walk it back up. And roll up onto the right foot. Come back into a plank. Drop those knees down. You're going to sit down. Roll onto the right. Bring your legs around. You're going to do a stretch for the shoulders and the waist. Right arm is going to go down to the side. Left arm is going to reach up. You're going to keep your right arm close to the side and walk that left arm over. If you need more of a stretch, you can be on your knees. If this hurts your knees, don't be here, okay? But the higher up you go, the more of a stretch you can get. Come back up to center, stay here, extend that right leg out, walk that right arm down the right leg, keep that left arm up, turn your head and look up towards that left arm, and release it, stay here, cross the right arm, or the left arm over, with the right arm at the tricep, push in on the arm, feel the stretch in the shoulder, and then release it. Bring that left hand behind you. With that right hand, grip that wrist and pull over. You want to make sure that your shoulders are back and down. Don't hug them up here. You don't want to tighten those shoulders up. You don't want to have shoulder earrings. Pull them down. Pull those shoulders down into the socket. Now release it. Okay, you can come back down. Left arm goes to the floor. Right arm goes up. It's like you're pulling. The left arm you're trying to touch down. The right arm you're trying to reach up for the ceiling. You should feel a nice pull in the obliques on the left side. Nice stretch. Come up onto the knees. Left leg goes out. Reach that left arm down the leg. Don't press on the kneecap, okay? Just rest your hand there. And it's more about reaching that right arm up to the ceiling and feeling that stretch in your obliques on the right side. And release it, hold it here. Pull that left arm in, right at the tricep. You want to apply pressure, feel that stretch in the shoulder and down the arm. And you're going to release it, take that left arm behind with the right hand, pull in on that wrist and pull it down. Drop the shoulder blades down. Don't hunch them up, drop them down. Drop them into the sockets. Release it, come back in, back down, sit down, grab a hold of your shoulders, suck in that stomach. Pull in on those shoulders and release the back. And then take the hands, clasp them together behind your back and press down so that your hands come to the floor, your knuckles come to the floor. Your shoulder blades roll back into the sockets. You're not up here like this. You're not lifting it out. You're not lifting out the arms. You're pushing them down and stretch out that back. Don't lift up like this. You round your shoulders. Push them and pull, push them together and pull them down to the floor. and release it, shake it out. That was the workout for today. I hope you enjoyed it. No guts, no glory. I will have the breakdown on my webpage, mycrazyworkout.com, and I'll see you soon.